Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Oh, yeah, it's your morning wake-up call right here on Saturday morning. It's the Saturday Morning Sinkhole Show. I am your host, Mr. B.C. Lee, and my distinguished honored guest and the strictly Republican and not a Democrat is on the other line, Miss Sarah Lee. Say good morning, dear.
Good morning. I'm not sure I approved your introduction.
Do what?
I said I'm not sure I approved your introduction.
Well, you ain't no Democrat. You ain't no
Democrat
because if you're a Democrat, I'm gonna hang up on you right now.
I'm just a rational person.
You're a radical person? Is that what you said?
No, rational.
You're definitely radical, let me tell you.
I take sides in nothing but my children's arguments.
Whatever. So I fixed the the buzzing problem. I went and actually got a cable, so I can actually hear you better now, and you're not buzzing in my ear at the same time. Of course, you're always buzzing in my ear.
I was going to say, doesn't that mean I'm not irritating you enough?
I don't know what it means. All right, somebody's in. Let's see who's in. Damn, Phil's already. What, Phil? You got too much. You need to get a job, Phil. You got too much time on your hands to be. I think Phil likes you, Sarah. That's what it is.
He's
Phil,
in there chatting.
Phil, I know, but I think Phil likes you. That's what it is.
Everybody likes me. When are you going to learn that?
Yeah, even the Iceman likes you. And he sent you a message.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, Bobby, didn't you say he sent you a message last night?
Just a friend request, not a message.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was probably
Why can't I find our episode?
It was probably a 3-page note. I'm on it right now.
It was not. There we are. I just had to refresh my page, that's all.
Mm-hmm. See, you're slow.
Good morning, Phil.
Let me put a picture on here, so... I gotta get rid of this frog. Hold on. That's what happens when you eat chocolate and drink coffee in the morning. You get that phlegm.
That's probably a bad combination.
I know, but
chocolate and coffee. We'll be taking more frequent breaks, I guess.
No, actually, no, because I've through my years, believe it or not, I've learned to hold bathroom breaks, but because I can sleep all the way through the night. It's very rare that I actually get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. It's very rare.
Well, I'm so glad you shared that.
I'm just saying, you said bathroom breaks, so I figured I'd bring it up. But yeah, no, I normally sleep all the way. I normally sleep all the way through the night before I have to get up in the morning to go to the bathroom. But when I get up in the morning, yeah, my stomach hurts and everything else hurts because my bladder's so full.
Lovely.
Whatever.
I'm usually up a little bit. Depends on how much I drink right before bed. I'm a big water drinker, so I've always got a glass of water with me.
Yeah, I need to get back to drinking more water. I've kind of slacked off a little bit. I've been drinking some sodas and been drinking coffee.
I had a bunch of soda last night. I was surprised I slept at all. I try not to have Pepsi before bed. But
well, sodas doesn't bother me. The caffeine, I always drink the Diet Coke, the diet stuff anyway, so... But as far as the caffeine and the sodas, it doesn't bother me. I used to drink, this has been a few years ago, but I used to drink a 2-liter of Mountain Dew every day for almost 2 years.
My Lord.
Every day for almost 2 years straight.
No, I used to be able to drink soda right before bed and not have a problem. But I have noticed that on occasion, not every time, depending on how much I drink,
right,
it'll sometimes interfere with my sleep. But last night, I spent an exciting Friday evening building a guinea pig cage with my oldest. So Pepsi was in order because we were up and down off the floor and crawling around and putting stuff together, taking it apart, putting it back together a different way, and all of that fun stuff. Huh. So what a fun way to spend a Friday.
Yeah, I know. But what can you do, right?
And then I got to talk on the phone with some old friends I hadn't talked to in a long time, so... for sad reasons, but it was nice to reconnect anyways.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, like we were talking.
Congratulations on your first countdown.
Oh, well, thank you. It went good. I mean, as far as I could tell, but getting these people to understand that you have to vote all the time. And then, of course, getting them to vote is another story because it's like somebody told me there's a lot of countdowns out right now, and I guess nobody wants to participate in only but one or two. But I look at it this way: it's only going to take you a second. But I mean, granted, I know how much time I spend on the computer just doing this stuff during the day. I can just imagine what it'd be like if you had a full-time job and then trying to do everything else at nighttime or on the side whenever you get home or whatnot. So yeah, I can understand, but it is what it is. And
it was only your first one, so you got to let it catch fire a little.
Yes, well, true. But, yeah, it's... I
can tell you have the same amount of patience that I do.
Well, no, it's not... Well, no, I've learned to deal with my patience. I've learned to deal with my patience over the years because...
with your patience or impatience?
Well, both. Both. You know what? My nickname in the fire department, in the firehouse for 18 years was Bull. Because Bull? On the back of my helmet it says Bull. Matter of fact, I still have the helmet. Do I still have the helmet? No, I don't have the helmet anymore. It was Bull because 2 reasons. 1, I was bullheaded all the time, and 2, going through a burning house, I was like a bull in a china shop. I'd be breaking everything and busting everything. But yeah, so
I feel like that's a really appropriate nickname for you.
Yeah, I know. But no,
my dad used to call me bullheaded when I was a teenager, and we'd argue.
But I've learned to control it. I mean, I'm not. I tell you what, I used to be way worse when I was younger. Yeah, because I think my testosterone has fallen off the face of the earth or something, because I went from one extreme.
You can do something about that.
I know. Well, they say it's bad, though. They say it's bad to try to take supplemental testosterone because it's not good for you. It's not natural.
No, but you can do it through your diet.
Oh, well, my diet is just worried about eating, so I don't. Plus,
but there's certain foods you can add to your diet.
Yeah, I know. I'll have to, you never know. So
I won't get on you because I know there's certain things I could be doing and eating that would make me feel better, and I don't always pay attention either.
Well, I mean, my thing is, my mom always tells me I know what needs to be done. It's just I won't do it.
Yeah, it's part of being bullheaded.
I know.
It all comes back around to that.
But I look at it this way. I get it from my dad because Dad's the same way to a point. And Dad's also 78 and as healthy as a damn horse. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those weird things. In fact, we were just talking about that last night, about some of the people that seem the healthiest and most focused on health and diet and exercise and whatever seem to
But Dad's never
get
been
the things that kill them young. And
Dad's never been the one to act on healthy. I mean, he never ate healthy and whatnot, and he smoked Pall Mall non-filtered cigarettes for like 45 years.
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
well,
the
yeah,
ones
yeah,
that
yeah.
don't give a darn are the
I
ones
know, right?
that seem to be hanging in there forever.
And I have a let's see, it was my grandpa's brother, so it would be my great uncle, right? Yeah.
Say it again. It was your grandpa's brother?
Yeah, my grandpa's brother.
Yeah, so be your great uncle.
My great uncle.
Yes.
My great uncle, Russell, he lived to be 98. 98, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So there's a good chance I'll be around for another 60 years, I guess.
My grandmother on my dad's side is still alive. She's in her 90s.
Yeah.
But that's the only grandparent I have left.
Yeah. Yeah, mine, I grew up with my mom's mom because my mom's dad passed away before I could remember. And I grew up with Dad's dad because Dad's mom, she passed away when I was young. I think I was like 5 or 6 or something like that. But then he remarried, and so I had a step grandma. But as far as my dad's mom, she had passed away. So
don't yawn. Do not do it. Oh, you are killing me. No.
I know. What can I say? But
Don't yawn. Here I am trying to be peppy, and I'm crabby and tired.
Why are you crabby? Oh, okay. Never mind. I won't even ask. So in the news today, don't sit there and laugh.
Don't sit there and laugh. Okay.
Yeah, in the news last night, it looks like Merle Haggard has entered the hospital. He is, he's sick with pneumonia and not doing too good. So we got to make sure.
How old is he?
Merle, he's like in his late 80s, I think, if not mid 80s. Of course,
and did I see he had a concert planned or a show planned or something?
Him and Willie.
So he's still kind of touring?
Yeah, him and Willie was doing something together. Of course, see, them two guys have been buddies ever since they started country music back in the day, and they both have smoked pot, together, and all these songs that they've cut together, it's like Toby Keith said it best. He said, "I'll never smoke weed with Willie again." It's you never heard that song? You got to hear it. It's funny.
I don't know.
But yeah, him.
So far I have one favorite country song out of the ones he's had me listen to.
What's that?
It's that whiskey ass one.
Whiskey ass one.
DJs. Isn't it called country?
No,
ass?
country.
I'm sorry.
Whiskey ass.
Yeah.
You guys need to get alcohol off your brain. See? You are alcoholics. I don't give a crap what anybody says. You're alcoholics.
Freudian slip, right?
And DJ's probably one of the worst of them.
Oh, he is? Well, then we're in good company.
Jeez.
I like that one. When I heard you play it yesterday, I was like, yeah, I like this song. It makes me laugh.
It wasn't yesterday.
Oh, wait,
that wasn't the first.
That's not a mean thing to say, is it?
That wasn't the first thing. That wasn't the first time you've heard that one, though.
No, it's not the first time. I also like that Whiskey Burns one.
Whiskey Burns.
Whiskey Burns. Derek Kreider.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I need to try and give the ones you have on your 20 countdown a listen to.
Well, get on the show and listen to it.
I'm gonna. You just put them up yesterday, didn't you?
Well, but I mean, they're always on there. I mean, they've been on there.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
You don't change it week to week who you're voting for?
No.
You have like finals or something? Like
no. The whole thing for a top 20 countdown is they stay, the same artists stay there every week. It's a matter of who stays at number one all the time. See, the whole idea is to get them to move up. Yeah, get them to move up and get to number one and stay at number one. That's the whole thing. So That's the whole kind of, because you're always going to have the top 2 or 3 that's going to stay in the top 2 or 3 all the time, but all the other ones down at the bottom are going to constantly be changing until they get enough votes and enough people interested to where.
At some point, you're going to have to add more. You can't just have the same 20 songs.
I don't know. No. You mean what? To make it a top 30? Or
no, but I mean, you have to
there's 100. Listen to me. There's 100. There's 185 songs to be voted on.
Oh, gotcha.
There's 185 songs to be voted on.
Dude,
so
here I was thinking I only had to listen to 20.
No. If you want my playlist, I'll send you all the damn music. That's just 185 artists, and most of them send me 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 songs at a time. So, yeah, it's not just that. Yeah, and so I take the best top 20 because everybody else has got a top 30 countdown or a top 40 countdown. I just wanted to be the oddball and make it top 20. 30 and 40 sometimes is too long. Yeah, plus doing a top 20 is perfect because it works great for a 2-hour show. Yeah, it fits in good. Right, yeah. So, let's see what else we had talking about here.
And you have a big interview coming up this week? Or is it next week?
That's next week. Yep, that's next week.
Next week. Who are you interviewing this week?
We got Jeremy Harrell. He's going to be on the show this Wednesday here at Sitting on the Tailgate at 8 o'clock at night Eastern. It's 7 p.m. Central for all you Nashville people. But I had something else stuffed here. Hold on. Let me pull up my Sitting on the Tailgate page, because normally when I see something interesting, I post it on my Sitting on the Tailgate page. Yes, Robert Lagoa dies at 85. He passed away yesterday. Robert Lagoa, I guess that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I asked Paul how to say it this morning too, because I didn't want to sound like an idiot, but it's like Logia
or something. Yeah, it's like a French type thing.
Yeah,
but,
he was in the movie Big with Tom Hanks.
Yep, and he also was in the movie Independence Day with Will Smith. He's the one that played the general.
Mhm. I like him. That's sad.
Yeah, but he was looking pretty old though too.
And the singer from the Stone Temple Pilots died too.
Yep. Yeah, at an early age. Yeah, at an early age. They don't know.
Well, they say 48. I thought they said.
Yeah, 48. They don't know. I guess I haven't heard anything, and they haven't released anything. But they don't know if it's overdose related or just his heart just gave out. But they found him on the tour bus. He was supposed to be doing a show Thursday night, and they found him when they tried.
Last I heard was that. They felt like it was heart related, but they weren't sure if the heart stuff was from New York, because I guess it was pretty known that.
Oh yeah, he was a big cokehead.
Yeah, he had some drug.
Yeah, and and what we talked about earlier with Lori, Lori was addicted to pain pills, and that's kind of the same way. It wears on your body. Yeah, and it just your heart can't take it anymore, and it just stops. So. But I feel sorry for people that get. Me personally, I can't figure out how you can get addicted on that stuff because. I as far as myself, people say you can get addicted to cigarettes, but I know myself. I smoked for, 15 years, and I had switched. I normally smoked the Marlboro Reds. I'd smoked the Cowboy Killers, and then I went to these, switched over to these flavored cigarettes. They were like, they had different flavors like cherry and strawberry and stuff like that. So,
you're kidding.
Well, and they were cheap. They were cheap. They were cheap. They were cheap too. They were only like $1 a pack. So, and they weren't bad. They weren't bad at all. And I had gotten a cold one day, and I think the cold lasted in me for like a day or two. And when I cleared up and got over the cold, I went to try to smoke a cigarette, and I couldn't do it. And that was it. And I laid the cigarette down, and I was done. I haven't touched a cigarette since. And that's been...
Yeah, some people can walk away a lot easier than others. Some people just seem to have kind of an addictive personality to where it could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be food, it could be
right.
an activity. You know, shopping even can be considered an addiction. I think there's some people that have, I don't know if you want to call it like a brain disorder or chemical imbalance.
I would say
where they are definitely more prone to having something kind of control them to a certain degree.
I would say that if why is Phil saying Derek is not on the list? Derek should be on the list.
No, he said he found it. It's just the other song.
Oh, okay. You better straighten up there, Phil. Put your glasses on. I would say that if Lori was still alive today, that I would probably be working on my second marriage, because that's how good we were together. And granted the fact that I had a lot of people was always asked her why she was with me, being the type, because she was model material. She was walking down the runway type material, and everybody knew I didn't have no damn money. I didn't have no money. I wasn't rich or anything, but we just had that connection.
Yeah, but you're a good guy.
Well, mostly. Mostly we had that connection, and of course, and we lived together for about almost 2 years and whatnot, but. Yeah, if it hadn't been for the addiction to painkillers, we'd probably be together still. And
and there's a lot of people out there that will tell you how different their lives would be if they hadn't been addicted, or if someone they loved hadn't been addicted to something too.
Yeah, it's that old saying: shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah, it's very sad.
If I was to build a time machine and go back time, I think I would go back to. I wouldn't even go. I don't think I would even go far back. I would probably go back to about 2005, because that's when things. Yeah, because that's when things in my life started changing, as far as getting ready to retire and looking for a new career and stuff like that. I would probably do a lot of stuff different now. If I really thought about it and changed my whole life completely, I would go all the way back to high school. Because that's when I would have probably never played football. I would have probably done something else in college, bowling. I was real good at bowling. And there's tons of people that's always had bowling scholarships because I was a lefty. I was a southpaw. And, and it's and I carried a 210 average, damn it, because I was the bomb. But, I would have probably bowled.
I am not very good at bowling. I enjoy it, but I pretty well suck at it.
I would have probably bowled. I'd have probably taken something different in college. Don't know if I would have stuck with the fire department. I don't know. I would have probably tried to think of something. Well, case in point, I would have probably tried to figure out something to do like Facebook or Twitter or something like that. Invent it, because that's about the that's about the time.
Well, that's only if you can go back knowing what you know now.
Right,
like
exactly.
If you were just going back blindly, it'd be totally different.
Well, it's like that TV show. Do you remember the TV show back in the day? Matter of fact, he's still on TV now. He actually plays Pride on the new NCIS New Orleans. He played on the show Quantum Leap back in the remember the show Quantum Leap back in the I used to watch that show all the time. Yep. That's see, and he bounces around from place to place, and of course he stays, his memory stays the same all the time too. So if you go back in the time and keep your memory, hell, you'd be. It could, and another case in point, it'd be like the Hot Tub Time Machine movie.
Yeah. I wonder sometimes, though, did you ever see the movie Peggy Sue Got Married? Yeah,
it's been
one of my mom's favorite movies, and she always said if I could go back knowing what I know now, I would do things so different, and yet she ended up doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
The memories that she had walked away from was the bad side of memories, and when she got back into those moments, she realized, that was still...
Right. Yeah.
How she wanted to be or whatever. So I often wonder sometimes we, always say like, if we go back, we do things so differently, but would we really? If we're back in that moment where we tend to walk away with incomplete memories from situations sometimes.
If I really honestly say, if I could go back and change time and do things different and knowing now what I know now to know then, yes, I would change everything completely. I would
Really?
yes, just because I mean there probably would be a few minor things here and there, but as far as the major things that would impact my life that would make it not as it would make it, you know, if it was a life-changing experience for me as far as, you know, doing something bad for my life or whatever, I would probably I would change that, like smoking for one. That would probably be, you know, I probably wouldn't. I could blame it on a girlfriend that I had that got me smoking, and I was only 20. When was I started smoking like at 25 or 26, something like that, and that late, and my parents smoked for years, and I always pitched a fit because they smoked, and they smoked in the house. But then they quit.
Oh, that's funny.
Then they quit, and I turned around and started smoking. So,
Your poor parent.
yeah, I know. All right, where the hell is everybody? There ain't nobody in the chat room. Phil, go start waking some people up. Go start knocking on some doors, will you? We need to find some people.
Tori's up. She said she was going to tune in a little bit, though.
By the time she gets up and get moving around, it'll be noontime.
No, she's been up and moving already.
Oh.
I've got her helping little kids right now, though. She was trying to still work on that guinea pig cage.
Oh, why? What is she doing with the guinea pig
Cage
or the cage? Yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, she's building one that'll be better. That'll be better for her guinea pigs, but we got almost all done last night, but not 100% complete. So I know she wants to finish it today so she can move them in there.
That's
And get
cool.
them in their new little house. But we picked up everything we needed yesterday. That's where, when I was trying to listen to you yesterday, we were running to Lowe's and Walmart. And,
Yeah. Here's the.
well, you know, I was at Walmart. You called me.
Yep, I did. Here's the article that I was.
Call.
Here's the article that I was talking to my mom with about the other day. The Statue of Liberty was originally conceived as a Muslim woman. Let me see.
I saw that.
You saw that on my page?
Yeah, well, I've seen it on everybody's page.
Yeah.
Everybody's all
Oh yeah,
all up
all
about
hyped up.
everything. You know how Facebook is.
Well, yeah, and then you got this one here is, I mean, this picture here. You have to go check it out on my Facebook page. It's huge. It's a tent city that's in Saudi Arabia. This is an empty tent city in Saudi Arabia. It has power. It's got plumbing and air conditioning. It could comfortably house 3 million refugees right now.
You got to be careful with that stuff, because if you ever go to like Snopes or any of those other websites, there is so much of that stuff that gets passed around on social media that is so false.
Well, I don't know. Well, I did some digging on this, and actually Mom even saw it too, and Mom told me this is actually a true place. This is a place in Saudi Arabia where they go once a year. I guess they hold a prayer vigil. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They hold one a year, and it's for everybody to come and pray. It's kind of like our Easter, Sunday or whatnot. But it's a huge, it's a tent city. I mean, it can hold 3 million people, which would be perfect.
Yeah, I saw that too, but I don't know. I take a lot of what I see on Facebook with a grain of salt. Even like the one thing that you passed around about the little boy that's dying and all he wants is Christmas cards.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm just like cynical or whatever, because I'm like, you know what that is? That is a collection agency looking for people's addresses.
Well,
all these people are going to send these cards, and guess what? Now they have
that could be
information on all these people, and so I am so skeptical when it comes to stuff that is posted on there, especially quotes too.
Well, I got that.
Obama said this, and it's like
I got that.
no.
I got that one for the from a little boy. I got that from one of the artists. So I'm just sharing what they put on there.
Right. Well, that's the thing. It just gets shared and shared and shared. Next thing you know, there's millions of Christmas cards going to this supposed little boy, and maybe it's not a little boy. Maybe it's a collection agency. Maybe it's a terrorist. Maybe it's a religious organization you don't want to contact you. Who knows?
Right. Well, yeah, that's true.
It's just like if you've ever had a collection agency try and contact you, sometimes they will actually text you if you've been ignoring their calls.
I know.
And they'll tell you you've won a Walmart gift card.
Yeah. It's,
Did you know this?
yeah, no,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
when you call back,
Go ahead.
and then when you call back, it turns out to be a collection agency. It's not a gift card at all.
Yeah. See, it's ironic because everything that yeah, I agree with you. Everything that's posted on Facebook, you never know what's real and what's not real. It's just like terrorism, The only reason that we actually talk about it now and we know about it is because everybody talks about it. See, if you go back in our days when we were growing up, I'm sure terrorism was there, but it didn't happen as much and it wasn't frequent like it is today. It's just like anything else, even, I mean, things that happened, stuff like this have been, as things that's going on now, this stuff has been happening for centuries. And the only reason it's coming out is because people are talking about it. So now, and it's a social media thing, and the media is worse they're the worst.
I think some things have gotten worse.
Yeah, they have, and you can blame the media. The thing is people wants to talk about it. People wants to talk about it. Well, I want to know is when the hell did they put somebody in charge to say, okay, that's why I say internet's going to be the death of society, because it's a mainframe of social media to where people can get on there and just talk about whatever the hell they want and doesn't give a crap, and they won't take, they won't accept responsibility of what they're talking about, or they will, they can't get hurt or blamed if they run their gator off at somebody that's saying, well, you're this and you're that, or you did this and you did that. Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing I see with the internet too, is like people are so brave and such jerks when they're sitting behind a keyboard without having all the information. They're commenting and posting their opinion. If they decide they don't like yours, they've unfriended you or whatever. There is so little tolerance, and by tolerance I just mean live and let live. Like, you can have an opinion, I can have an opinion, it doesn't have to be the same,
right? And
we can still get along. But that doesn't exist out on social media and the internet, because nobody reads the full articles, nobody finds out if the information is true or false. They just start commenting on crap, and then you have people arguing and fighting and people unfriending over nothing.
Scott's in the room. Hey, Scott, what's going on? What is he saying?
Tell me who Scott is.
He's one of our artists. Scott.
Oh, okay, cool.
Scott, you're popping up Spring Hill and Orange City and West Palm and Longwood. What's up with this?
I asked him where his family was in Florida.
Oh, okay. Because I grew up in Altamont Springs. That's where I grew up. So,
where?
Altamont Springs is just outside of Orlando. If he's got family over here,
he didn't say Altamont Springs.
He knows where it's right next door to Longwood. He knows where Altamont Springs is.
Oh, okay.
We probably.
Yeah, I don't know where any of these places really are.
We probably ran the same circles and hung out at the same places too. So if he's got family down here, but Scott Brandt's one of our artists. He went to Deltona Junior High.
Deltona Junior High.
Yep. That's the one. Yeah, it ain't been. Let's see. I'm trying to think if Deltona Junior High still there or not. No, I think it's just Deltona High now. I hung out with the people. I hung out with the gang from Lake Brantley High School and Lake Mary High School and Lake Howell and Oviedo. So
yeah, see, this is where you lose me, because mine is in Lafayette, Colorado. I hung out with all my friends in Boulder and Denver.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Sarah, you know where Deltona is. It's just right over the river here from Sanford.
Yeah, when we moved here, when we were looking at houses and stuff like that, we actually looked around the Deltona, DeLand area as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Scott, make sure you tell Artie Artists to vote for you. Your song's on the list for the top 20 countdown. So make sure you go to WBCWradio.com and hit the link at the top of the page, top 20, so you can have your artist vote for you.
And I posted the direct link. So
and she posted the direct link.
Go to the website on Facebook. So
she posted the direct link for all the lazy people that don't want to search on the website.
You're seriously insulting the people you want to
I'm
come
not
vote.
insulting them.
Yes, you are. You're calling them lazy.
I called Aaron I called Aaron Etter lazy this morning because she's got a remote control to her air conditioning system to turn on the heater when she gets out of bed in the morning. I'm thinking, really?
Oh.
I'm thinking, geez,
No,
are
that
you?
is a beautiful thing.
No, oh, come on. It's the whole
You get
idea.
out and it's already nice and warm.
The whole idea is to get out of bed from under the covers so you freeze your ass off to get up to turn the heat on, and then once you get up, you're already wide awake. So there's no reason to jump in the cold shower or put a cold wash rag on you.
Cold? Yeah, no, thank you. I don't like to be cold in the morning. I like to be cold when I crawl in bed at night and get buried under the covers and that. But
You obviously have never been woken up in the morning. My dad used to wake me up in the morning, either kicking the bed, shaking the bed, or dumping water on me, or putting a cold wash rag on my face. That's how
I
bad.
have been woken up in the
That's how
morning. My
hard.
mom used to just snap up the blinds.
That's how hard it was for me to get up in the mornings when I was younger. Now it's the total opposite.
Hence how you earned the name Bull.
Now it's the total opposite, because now as I've gotten older, I don't do the same things I used to, so my body, I guess, doesn't need as much sleep. I'm up. If I got 6 hours, I'm up. I mean, no matter what. I don't care what time it is or what time I go to bed. If I get 6 hours of sleep, I'm awake. And I can't figure it out because I used to have no problem sleeping 12, 13 hours a day. No problem, especially on the weekends when we weren't in school, or if football practice, if we wasn't practicing football or had to get up for football, I had no problem sleeping 13 hours a day.
Yeah, see, I'm a big sleeper. I like my sleep. If I don't get a lot of sleep, I like to have a little afternoon nap. I don't know. I don't like my sleep interrupted, especially now that I've gotten all the kids to the, baby newborn stage where I can just tuck them in and they sleep all night. So when I have one that wakes me up in the night for something, I'm like, aren't we done with this yet?
Just tell them, say, take your butt back to bed. Don't bother me.
Yeah, I try and do that sometimes, but I have one that has been going through a spell this year with nightmares and needing to crawl in.
Scott, where are you going, man? Don't go nowhere. Hey, listen, make sure you tell your artist, your fan, or not your artist, but your fans. Make sure you tell your fans to vote for you. Your song. You got to vote for your song, Scott.
Oh, that's another person I can tag now on my link.
Yes, you can tag Scott on the link. That way his artist
Scott,
or his
I'm tagging you.
That way his fans will know to go vote for him for his song. Matter of fact, let me pull up it up right now and check and see who is in the top spot right now. I can probably tell you who's in the top spot, but
there you go.
We won't reveal it right now.
So you're not going to play it, or you are?
Play what? No. What do you play? What? No, I said I'm going to look.
Well, you said you could play who was in the top spot, and then you were like,
no, I'm not going to play. I said I'm going to the voting thing here to see who's in the top spot. And of course, as I figured, it's like who we were talking about earlier. And but we have
like I remember
we have a new second and third person. That's what I say. See, it's changed since we did the first one yesterday, and I'm sure it'll change by the time Thursday comes around too. But we have a new second place, a third place, a fourth place, and a fifth place.
Well, there you go.
So
I bet it's because I posted the link.
Whatever.
It's all me.
Whatever.
It's all me. Don't deny it.
Whatever. And then see now, Amelia Presley has got a vote up in there that she actually she didn't even make the list yesterday. So that's why I'd rather see all 185 artists get some kind of votes. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the whole board to light up on all 185 artists that I have posted. That would be so cool. That at least that tells me that people are paying attention and watching the website and actually caring about the music. So. It's all about Sarah. What the hell are you talking about, Scott? Whose side are you on anyways? Listen, I play your music, buddy. You better be careful. Don't side with her. I can tell you a few things about her. She's mischievous. Oh, okay. Never mind. No. Scott.
Totally
Scott said he. Okay, I see. Scott voted for Amelia Presley. I like Amelia. I talked to Amelia here a while back, and
I love that name.
Well, she is a descendant from Elvis Presley. She is Elvis Presley's second cousin, and being the fact that her dad is Elvis's uncle or brother. I think uncle. But she said that growing up under the shadow of being in the Presley family and being Elvis's cousin, she would rather see her music go her own way instead of being under the shadows of Elvis. But I think she's doing real good. She's actually working on 3 songs right now, and working on her new EP. So she's got. You've heard her music. She's got good music. I like it, and I've heard
it.
Yes, you have.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm sure you've had, and
okay.
But she doesn't.
So?
She kind of sounds a little bit like Elvis, but doesn't. I mean, you could tell she's not Elvis, but, I'm just saying.
Well, I would hope so.
Trouble, yeah. See, Scott says Trouble. That's the song that I was thinking about. Trouble.
He wants you to play Trouble.
Can
you play it?
I can play it, but you won't be able to hear it, though, because...
Well, if I play it on my computer, I will while the song's on. You won't.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, all right. Let me... Let's see, what was it, 10:41? I guess we can take a break here in a second. Let me load it up here, and
do you have the Oh, yes, you do. Never mind.
Do I have what?
I was going to ask if you had that Christy Lamb that you're going to be interviewing there from Australia.
Oh yeah, I got
songs on your countdown.
I got all my artists that I do have in my playlist or have at least one song.
Am I allowed to vote?
Yeah, I don't see.
Or am I excluded?
No, you can vote. I don't care.
Okay, cool.
All right. Well, listen. Let's take a break real quick. WBCW Saturday morning Sinkhole show here, broadcasting from Central Florida. We're going to take a short break. Back here in 1 second. Don't go away.
By 7, I'm gonna leave this place. Gonna hit the interstate. And if I don't come back, then I don't. Thought I had some things to do, but then I did away with you. Now all that's left is the road. Oh, I don't know. I got to go. I'm going to your mama's town. Tornado ripped it off the ground. And oh, you ain't home. Got a pretty little thing with you. She's got your ring and baby too. And oh, you've been gone. Heartache's coming for you. In trouble she's gonna find. Coming without a warning. You can't stretch time. I ain't got a license plate. If I did, I'd have to stay. And I ain't ever finding home. Don't you fall in love with me. I'll find your heart and then I'll leave. And oh, you'll rue the day. They call me trouble, I'm homebound. Pick you up, I'll put you down. And oh, I'll steal your soul. Oh, taking all that I can take. Rest assured it's my mistake. Oh, gotta go. I know.
on, hush. WBCW Florida Country Radio, Saturday morning Sinkhole Show. Are you there, Miss Sarah?
I'm here. What happened? You just blew out my ear.
I didn't blow out your ear. I just said shh.
No, before that, when I said, what did you just do to me?
That's what I said. I said shh.
Okay, before you went shh. I got this horrible, loud,
I didn't do nothing.
Crackle, squeal in my ear, and I was like, ah.
I didn't do nothing. That was on your end.
Okay, yeah, it's all me.
You are cranky this morning. You need to
I am not cranky.
Yes, you are. You need to take your butt back to bed.
I am in bed. I'm not sleeping. That's the problem.
Cranky, moody. I guess that's why
I am not cranky. I'm okay now.
Scott, where you going? Don't go nowhere. Oh, I guess he's left.
It's Saturday. He's probably got stuff to do.
Oh, well, what are you trying to say? Do you want to quit doing the show on Saturdays then?
No. Are you kidding? You've got me so hooked and addicted.
Well, then you need to get more listeners. You need to stand on the street corner with a sign or something, or make a neon sign that flashes.
Where's all your abundance of listeners?
Hey, I'm the one that's running the music. That's where I get my listeners from. What went on? What was going on over your neck of the woods the other night? I got a friend that actually, or one of the friends on Facebook, lives right around the corner from you. And she said there was a bunch of fire trucks over that way.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh.
Who lives right around the corner from me?
I ain't gonna tell you.
What?
She works at the little hole in the wall bar down in Bunnell. She lives right there. Well, I wouldn't say she lives.
Like the Thundercloud, I think it's called, or
I don't know what it's called. Yeah, it's a real small place.
There's
right?
a couple little places there. Yeah, I have no idea. I heard a bunch of fire trucks in that yesterday too, and it sounded like they were coming right up my street, and then they went on by. So.
Oh.
There's kind of like a main strip that runs.
Scott's getting ready to go to work. He's got a gig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, he says he's got a gig. But
I don't know. What do you say to musicians before a gig? I know what you say to comics. It's like crush it or kill it.
I don't know. Don't fall.
And I know to actors it's break a leg. So what is it for musicians then? What would be the proper good luck? Go get them.
Don't fall off.
Go get them, Tiger.
Don't fall off the stage.
Don't break a leg.
Don't fall off the stage.
That's good advice for anybody, though. Really.
Why? Well, but not many people are on stage, though. Your only ones are on stage mostly. If you think about it,
talking about bands, comedians, and actors, I would think.
But
you fall under the category on stage.
Well, but you think about it though. A lot of comedians aren't on stages. They're on only
the ones I see.
They're only on little platforms that are about maybe 3 inches high. We're talking about stages where
it depends on where you're going.
Well, yeah, but
all the places I've been to have a halfway decent stage.
I'm sure these
not just a little platform.
The comedy clubs up there in Daytona where you go, I'm sure they only got a 3 inch or 3 foot platform.
No.
Go rock 'em.
Not at all.
There you go. See, Scott says go rock 'em.
Go rock 'em. All right.
Rock 'em, sock 'em, and buck 'em.
Knock 'em dead. I like that better.
Scott, how many groupies do you got hanging with you? I want to know what groupie that you have that has been with you the longest. If we're talking now, if you want to go back in the days when we were hanging out doing the all
right, how old is Scott?
Hairband. I'd say Scott's probably close to my age. I'd say probably late 30s, mid to late 30s.
Well, so he's closer to my age then.
He don't kiss and tell. Listen to him. See, Scott is messing around with the groupies. What's wrong with you, son? Why are you messing around with the groupies? Huh?
Aren't they all?
No. Well, it depends. Scott sounds as bad.
If around with the groupies, there would be no need for groupies.
I know. Scott sounds as bad as DJ. I think DJ is probably the same way.
Who knows?
Of course, DJ, he's recently divorced now, so I guess legally, but so yeah, that's why he's been in trouble the last couple of days.
Aww.
He's
Good
a
job,
one woman. Well,
Scott.
that's good. Yeah, but it's the same groupie though, right?
Hey, whoever you're with should be your groupie, whether you are a singer or comic or just, a McDonald's drive-through person. The person that loves you should be your groupie.
What? What does McDonald's? What are you talking about? McDonald's drive-through?
I said, the person you're with that you love should be your groupie. Doesn't matter what profession you're in or whatever. They should be your person.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So it's just you weren't paying attention,
Yeah, sure I was.
as usual.
Vic is hanging out at the St. Cloud, Florida Christmas parade. I've noticed Facebook has been changing. Somebody's going to have to show me how to do this live Facebook chat thing, because I was thinking about we should do one
I've never seen a live Facebook
you haven't
chat.
you know when they do videos on Facebook where people are actually I'll have to find somebody that knows how to do it, because you can do it. You can actually sit there, but you got to do it from your cell phone. That actually posts on Facebook, and you can actually sit there and have a live video chat with it. Like if I'm sitting there videoing and talking on the video chat, I can see everything everybody's texting or typing in the room and talking to me.
Well, you can do a group chat, where you use Messenger and you select all the people you want to have in a group
No,
chat.
not a group. No, not a group chat. This is for everybody on Facebook. Anybody and everybody can make a comment on when you're talking. If I'm sitting here like I'm taking a video of myself, I'm shooting a video saying hi everybody. Like I'm sitting here talking now, doing the show. I want to be able to do the show and have the phone, the Facebook camera, right up here in front of me, and be able to see people making comments while we're talking on air. So we're actually doing it on air. It's kind of like Periscope.
I have no clue what you're
Oh my
talking
God.
about.
Never mind. Forget it. I'll find somebody else.
Okay, fine.
I wonder about you. Something. You need to go to college and read some electronic books or something. Oh, Paula's here. Finally. Hello, Paula. Hold on. Let me do this here. We got to do this. About time you got here, Miss Paula.
You're rotten.
Yeah, I am. I'm rotten.
Chris is here too.
Chris, who? Chris. You're Chris?
My Chris.
Oh, hi, Chris.
Well, he was. Where'd he go? There he is. Yeah, she just said something about Facebook video too.
Right. See, Paula knows what I'm talking about. Everybody's doing it.
I don't have a
Yeah,
clue.
everybody's doing it. And I want to find out. I'll have to ask Allison Steele from Two Steel Girls, see if I can get her to tell me how to do it. But yeah, you can sit there and talk to it's called a live chat on Facebook. You got the camera in front of your face, and you're sitting there. It's like you're doing a video, and you can sit there and see everybody when they make a comment. Like you make a comment on Facebook and you click send. It's the same basic principle, but
Wouldn't they have to be following you?
no. It's I don't think.
Well, then how? It's giving me a headache. Just figure it out, and then we'll try it.
It's not. No, it's not for your people on Facebook. It's for it's an open chat for the whole world to see. If the whole world,
That's cool.
Yeah.
We definitely have to figure out how to do that.
if the whole world clicks on it, it's like a video. It's like, you see these videos on Facebook. You're clicking on the video. You watch the video. Well, instead of the video being recorded, it's live, and you're talking. You can actually talk to the person that's on the other end of that video by sending them messages through Facebook.
Hmm.
I can't believe you haven't seen that yet.
No, I haven't.
Paula says, yep, that's what it's called. Paula, so how was your trip to South Dakota? Did you freeze? Paula got to go to South Dakota yesterday to pick up a vehicle. So she was driving all day.
That's right. You were telling me she's the car driver lady.
She was driving all day.
I want in on that job. That sounds awesome.
She was driving all day yesterday.
I love road trips.
But let me see.
With my iPod and my 1,500 songs.
Yeah. But you can't put your earbuds in, though. You know it's against the law to drive with earbuds in your ear.
Your buds, you mean?
I call them earbuds.
They're not earbugs. That's gross.
Oh, whatever. Bugs, whatever you want to call them. The little miniature they're little miniature headphones.
I know. You can hook up your iPod to your sound system in your car.
Right, yeah.
And
sound system, it's called a radio.
One time when I had to drive our truck back to Missouri, my son was 6 months old, and Tori came with me, and she was, oh my goodness, she was 9. And we drove from here to Missouri. It was like, I don't know, 18 hours or something. And we had a Chevy Dually 1-ton that I drove out there to pick up my mother-in-law and move her down here with us. And the truck was so old, it had like tape player and FM station. That was it.
You sure didn't have an 8-track tape?
No, we actually bought one of the little battery-operated speaker things for my iPod, and we hooked it up that way, and then we just brought extra batteries. So when we run out of batteries, we just swap out the batteries, and that way we had music that we wanted all the way there and back. It was fun. That is a long drive, Paula. 5:30. Well, I'm assuming that's a.m. and got home at 7:30 p.m.
Right. Yeah, 6 hours. So
no
12.
wonder
Yeah,
she was late. She was
12 hours. 12 hours. Yeah.
Coffee. Leave her be.
Yep. 12-hour runaround. But check this out. I'm looking here on Facebook. This.
You've been poking around.
Well, yeah, the shooting that happened in San Bernardino. The
California.
The female, Tosfin, whatever her name is. She actually got through the system. Because for one, she didn't have a record. 2, she wasn't on a no-fly list, and 3, she got through the American and she got through America's checklist because she came in as a fiance. So she was here on a fiance visa, which brought all of her family into the U.S. Now, Donald Trump has said live and on record already that he said they need to go after her family too, because she pledged to ISIS right before all this went down on Facebook. And Trump says they need to be going after her family too, because I guarantee her family, not his side but her side.
You know, I was to say I saw something. Oh, maybe it was his side.
His side's American.
Brother or sister, and they were like, I had.
That was his sister.
His sister.
Because he was born in the U.S. She wasn't. She was born in Saudi Arabia. Wow. So she came over here on a fiance visa, being the fact that they were going to get married, and and now our government, believe it or not, has a thing for Muslims to where if you come to America or it's let me see how it's said. It was that our government assistance will allow any Muslim men here in the United States to have up to 4 wives. So if they have 4 wives, that's 4 people in his immediate family that he can claim on federal aid or food stamps or government assistance. Yeah, so go figure. So they're managing to find a way to circumvent our system and figure out things. You get me on a roll. I keep telling everybody we need to go. We need to go back to the old way it was, because the old way worked. You
can't ever go back though.
I know. Well, we need to because when we were paper pushing back in the day, that was the best way to keep track of everybody, because you had to actually go into an office somewhere and actually fill out paperwork and actually sit and actually talk to somebody about doing whatever. Now everything is done behind closed doors, and you can do it on your computer and nobody ever see. Hell, you could live your whole life and not walk out of your house and still be able to do everything. And that's Sheriff Jarek Demings last night here in Orange County, here in Orlando, told people live on TV, you need to get to know your neighbors. You need to know who they are and what they're doing. And now they also got law enforcement people around the United States saying that people that carry concealed weapons or have a concealed weapons permit, you need to carry your guns with you at all times. Be prepared. They say these are top officials that are telling telling people to arm themselves because of what's going on with terrorism in the United States. And I totally agree, because if we're not prepared, it's going to catch us off guard like 9/11 did. And I believe that the next event that we're going to have is going to be bigger than 9/11. I can almost guarantee it.
I think it'll be more small things like this, just little outbreaks all over. Because it seems like that tears away the thread of the American people, divides people more than one large event. If you look at 9/11 and how people were very, very united afterwards versus these smaller little outbreaks of things, and how divided and how divisive people are with the government, and that what better way, if you're looking to overturn the government and stuff, what better way is to divide and conquer, not unite?
Right, I understand that, but I still think, being the fact that there are speculations, and some has said that our government knew that 9/11 was going to happen. Of course, we knew something was going to go up, because we had Osama bin Laden captured 10 years before 2001, September 11th, and he vowed, when we released him, he vowed and said he would be back, and he would do it again. And sure as shit, he did. He bombed the same building again, but this time he managed to take it down completely, because the last time he didn't. He only had a bomb that was in the parking garage below the New York Towers, and it only hit a couple of the pillars and didn't cause it to drop, because from the way this says, the bombs were not placed in certain areas to where it would take out all the pillars. But he vowed he'd be back, and sure enough, he did, and he did it right this time, because he knew what needed to be done. He did his, I'm sure he did his research and figured out, because jet fuel burns at 8,000 degrees Fahrenheit, and when it does, it melts everything, because steel and construction for high rises, steel, the melting, the bending and the heating point of steel is only 1,000 degrees. So if you got jet fuel that's burning 8,000 degrees Fahrenheit going down the center of the elevator chute, with all that, because 747s, they hold about 800-900 gallons of
I don't know.
They hold a lot of jet fuel. So yeah, it burns hot and it burns quick, and that's why the buildings collapsed, because of that reason. Oh, Chris! We already said hi to Chris.
That can't be. I hate to get into these kind of discussions, but that can't be like the only reason. I mean, a plane flew into the building. Like, just the amount of force and shaking and that kind of thing could bring down the building. I'm sure that
no,
to do with it. But,
because here, let me explain to you. In construction, I've been in the construction industry for a long time. Plus, as an arson investigator in the fire department, we are taught how and why and what buildings do and the reason they do it for. The way high-rise construction buildings are built, to where they're built to withstand any kind of massive casualty situation or destruction, to a point to where it won't collapse, because you have certain fulcrum points on a building.
Well, then how do you explain earthquakes and buildings falling down because of that then? Because
most of them aren't built to standards. A lot of your buildings that are standing today were built back 30, 40, 50 years ago that wasn't up to standards for earthquakes nowadays. Now, if you go farther out west, where earthquakes are more apt to happen, their building codes and building enforcements are up to par as of today, to where they're made.
Yeah, but the buildings aren't earthquake proof.
Well, no, nothing's earthquake proof, but they're built to withstand, say, maybe
a certain amount.
A certain amount. Yeah, if you got a 9.8 that's going to rock California's coast and sit there and shake for over 2 or 3 minutes, yeah, you're going to have some casualties happen and buildings collapse, just like the freeway back in the 90s when they had the big massive earthquake out in California. I mean, it leveled the top tiers of them freeways, and God knows why. To me, why in the world would California build a double-decker freeway like that, especially in an earthquake zone, when you know something's bound to happen?
Well, good grief. Why would you build so much? I was just like, New Orleans and all that, below sea level, build a, great.
Well, yeah. Well, but see, that's why I say a lot of this stuff has been built over the years. Some of it's mostly 50, 60. Yeah. When things back then were totally different. Of course, it's, the earth changes constantly every day. So yeah, back then they didn't know. So, what can you do? Yeah. But now we've gotten to a point now as we go through, each day now since 9/11, things have changed as far as building codes, building regulations, the way things are built, the way things are done. I foresee that here probably in the next 10 to 20 years, more federal buildings and more government buildings are going to be built to withstand a damn bomb. They're going to be so airtight and so, bulletproof that that's the way they're going to be, and that's the way it's going to, that's the way it's going to happen.
Yeah. So how about a lighter topic now?
What's Tori talking about? 2 birds and 2 fish.
We were talking about our pets.
Is that your order at the Long John Silver's?
No. She was talking about her the pets that we have.
Paula
has 2 rats, and Tori has 2 guinea pigs, and the little kids each have a hamster.
Paula has a pet raccoon. I knew a lady that had a pet raccoon. I knew a lady that had a pet raccoon when
They're
I was
so cute though.
When I was in daycare, when I used to go to daycare. This was back years ago. But I had chickens. Paula, I had little.
We had chickens.
They're called flat top chickens. They're little. They're about half the size of a regular chicken. And believe it or not, we used to raise them in the backyard. We had about 12 of them, and they used to get in the swimming pool and swim around all the time. Well, at nighttime when they're chasing bugs, the dad forgot to put the cover over the pool one night, and they all ended up in the water because they thought the cover was over top of the pool, and they normally used to running across the cover, chasing the bugs. Well, yeah, they didn't realize that the cover wasn't on, so yep, they all ended up in the water chasing the bugs. But yeah, so but nobody drowned. But yeah, I've had chickens. I've had. We
had chickens, and when Bella, my middle daughter, when she was little, like 3 years old, we used to call her the chicken wrangler because she could go out there and just scoop them up, and she'd carry them around with her all day and sit on the edge of the patio and pet it and talk to it just like they were her little babies.
We've had we've had chickens, we've had cats, we've had. I used to have teddy bear hamsters when I was younger.
Yeah, the kids have these Chinese hamsters they just got this year.
Yeah, mine was the short, fat ones with the no tails. We used to call them teddy bear hamsters. And
I grew up with teddy bear hamsters too.
Yep, and I had an iguana, and I had a parakeet, and my cousin had horses. Matter of fact, I think she still has. How many she still got? She's got like 4 or 5 of them, I think, still. But now her.
Well, Paul grew up on a farm, so they had pigs and cattle and.
Oh no, we had these in the middle of town. We wasn't on no farm.
Well, no, they were just a couple miles. Like they're right along the main road because they're right along Old Route 66.
Yeah.
In fact, their business is in a lot of the old Route 66 books and road stories and stuff like that because they were a staple along Route 66. But out back, all the buildings in the house were kind of like right along the road. But out back was where they had cattle and pigs and chickens. And then by the time Paul and I got married and I moved there, we had chickens, we had goats for a while. And then, of course, we always had like dogs and cats around. There was always strays and stuff. So,
right.
It was nice. I miss kind of having that kind of property. And Palm Coast has so many rules and regulations for what you can and cannot have and can and cannot do that it annoys the living daylights out of me. And I would love to get back to having a little more space and a lot more privacy.
Well,
like what we had back home.
Good luck because that won't happen around here. At least not where you're at in Palm Coast because everything is more.
No, that's what I said. Yeah. Like you can't do anything in Palm Coast. It annoys me. I thought it was cool at first. It was like, oh, cool. They've got some regulations and It'll keep the town nice. Yeah, it's a nice looking town and whatever, but they're just like, they're insane about it. That's all.
Well, see, that's what's nice about it, because when we, like I said, as far as us doing our chickens and stuff like that, even though we were in town, quote town, we lived in the county limits, so we wasn't in the city limits. We lived in the county, so county's rules were different than it was city limits. So, but I was still close enough. It's it's different when you live here, in the city. That it's different to say that everything here is within 2 or 3 minute drive, or even walking up to the corner, and you got one every block, to where. But if you're up in the mountains or in the countryside, sometimes like Paula, it takes her a half hour just to go to the grocery store.
Yeah, see, that I couldn't deal with. I need to be close. As much stuff as I forget when I go to the store, I need to be able to I swear I go to the store like once a day.
Yeah.
There's always something.
What are we talking about? Windows 10. Windows 10's all right. I mean,
I downloaded it on my laptop. I don't think it changed anything on my laptop, but maybe that's because all I ever do on my laptop is
do the same stuff. Oh, that's why I don't
email and Facebook and stuff. I don't do a lot of other things with
That's why I won't upgrade on mine every time, because I run, when I do the show, I run 2 laptops. I got an older laptop that's still got Windows XP on it. That's the one I do all my chats and my postings and stuff like that from a media. But then I got my new Windows 7, my new HP laptop that I strictly have nothing but music on there. It's all my music from my DJ stuff, and I do the show. I do the show on it. So, and it's always asking me to upgrade to Windows 7 or Windows 10, and yada yada. And it's like, screw that. I don't need to mess with it. If it's, if it's doing fine for what I need it to do, then there's no reason to upgrade.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, let's see what else we got going on here. Yada yada yada.
I pulled up all the football games. You want to do football?
Well, it only matters. There's only one game that I'm going to watch this afternoon. It matters, and that's going to be watching Alabama beat the crap out of Florida Gators.
Well, what about Sunday? You think Alabama's going to do it?
Sunday, there's no college games on Sunday. That's all pro.
No, I know. I'm talking about NFL. I pull them both up.
Well, who do you talk? I think Alabama's going to beat Florida. Florida ain't got a chance in hell. And I think it's good, and it's good because
I have to know what side to root for. So,
well, Florida. Let me tell you something. You root for Florida State because Florida State beat the Gators, and the Gators only beat Vanderbilt by 2 points. And normally, I don't give a crap when anybody says. All you Gator fans that are out there listening, hear me up. Gators don't need to be in the same division, or they need to get a stronger game schedule because they don't ever play anybody during the season. That's why everybody thinks they're so good and this and that. But when it comes to it, the Gators get down to it, they always end up playing the big boys at the end of the season, like Alabama and Ohio State and all them, and they get their butts kicked. So yeah, Gators aren't that great. I'm sorry, people, but that's just me. Okay.
I have no idea when it comes to college football, so.
Now I'm sure I probably pissed off every Gator-loving person.
I don't know. I have a lot of friends that seem to root for Alabama, so.
Oh, here's something for you. I just seen somebody just posted on here. It says, when you accidentally pour too much alcohol into your mixed drink and you have to just deal with it because your mother didn't raise a quitter. That's you. That's you to a T.
Oh, hardly. You think you know me so well.
It is, I'm telling you. And it's funny, that quote came from she's on my Facebook page. That's a girl that I used to date a while back. Yeah.
You've dated everybody.
Not everybody, but I know a lot of. I know a lot of people. I can count all the girlfriends I've had on my two hands, but the true girlfriends, true girlfriends, I can count on my one hand. So Paul was
my third. That was it.
Do what?
Paul was my third.
That's because
the second one doesn't even really count.
That's because you were raised in Colorado.
Oh, okay, that's it. Must be. Sure. Did you see the one?
Paula, don't you go nowhere. Who are you making a phone call? Don't call me right now. I can't talk to you. I'm doing the show, Paula. Don't call me right now.
She could have just disappeared. She was nice enough to let us know she was coming back.
Paula misses me. Yep. See, even Christopher's saying Alabama. See?
Yeah, I know.
I'm a smart man.
That's what I said. I have a lot of friends that are saying Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
But I looked up the NFL ones for Sunday to see if there was any good matchups for Sunday.
And not really, to me. All I care about is that the fact that New England got beat finally last weekend, and I think
they did.
I think Carolina Panthers will probably. I think they'll have an undefeated season this year. I really do.
Panthers and Saints tomorrow.
Yep, they're calling. It's funny, believe it or not. All the commentators are calling the Carolina Panthers the best or the worst undefeated team this season. Now that don't make no sense because they're undefeated.
They just played suckier teams.
Well, no. Because Carolina. See, the reason they're saying that is because Carolina's been playing the best ball they've ever played this year, and the fact that Carolina hasn't had a winning season in probably the last 10 years. So that's why. And now they got to pick on them because Carolina normally is not. They don't put them in the caliber of some of the other teams like the Patriots or well, we won't say Dallas Cowboys, like maybe Green Bay or something like that. But yeah, the Panthers actually done real good this year.
I saw a bunch of things after the Broncos and brain freeze, Patriots played last week. That there was all kinds of bad calls on the game. Did you see that?
Yeah, I didn't watch the game, but it doesn't matter in football. Football, you got fans. If you're a fan of a certain team and they're making bad calls on a game to where it's not helping your team, yeah, you're going to get every Tom, Dick, and Harry come out of the woodwork saying, well, that sucks. That
right.
The referees cheated and this and that, and yada, yada, yada. So, yeah, that's just natural. That's just the way everything is done.
Yeah.
So Paul,
I didn't see any real good matchups, but I'm not, huge football person anymore. But there was nothing that really caught my attention as far as the NFL.
Paula's irritated with somebody. Who you irritated with, Paula? Who you trying to get on the phone? Yeah,
she's trying to make a call and get voicemail. I get that all the time. People are like, call me back at such and such a specific time, and then you call, and they're either not there, or it goes right to voicemail, or they weren't there at all that day. Why would you even call today? Well, because they said they were going to be in today.
All right, yeah.
Paul, I totally feel your pain. It annoys the heck out of me.
No, you don't, because you have a phone that's got a Missouri phone number, and you're calling from Florida saying, hello, I'd like to come and see you today. Oh, okay, just come right down the street. Well, it's kind of hard to do because I'm in Florida, not Missouri.
Yeah, a lot of people don't go by that, though, because a lot of people keep their numbers when they move, especially with cell phones nowadays.
Well, that's just the way cell phones are.
Yeah. I've had the same number for, probably over 10 years. I'm not, I could repeat it to you in my sleep. I'm not about to change it.
Yeah.
And now my number is, all over the place. Since I started doing all this booking stuff, I send out my number everywhere, so.
Well,
I never know what's going to happen. Anyways. Did you see this story? This was the funniest story that I saw this week.
Hold that story. WBCW Radio, Florida Country Radio, hanging with you on a Saturday morning here at the Saturday Morning Sinkhole Show. We're going to take a break. Be right back. Yeah, Sinkhole. What did I say? Sinkhole? Sockhole?
You said Sinkhole.
Sinkhole? Okay, we'll be back with the Sinkhole. Hang tight. We'll be right back.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. We'll face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man. But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire. We'll face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland. We'll face unafraid the plans that we made, walking in a winter wonderland.
WBCW Florida Country Radio's Saturday morning sinkhole show. Sarah's over here griping about how tired she is.
I am tired.
Okay, so tell me your story. What was you talking about?
Okay, this was like the funniest story I saw this week, and I laughed over it several times because I came across it several times. It happened in Sydney, Australia.
Okay, that's where Christy Lamb's from. When we do the interview,
is she in Sydney?
Yeah, when we do it,
cool.
when we do our interview in 2 weeks, that's where she's from, Sydney, Australia.
Okay, so the story goes like this: neighbors called police because they heard what they thought was a woman screaming and a man yelling, "I'm going to kill you." There was furniture thrown across. They heard all this ruckus and noise and whatever, and so the police showed up. And they started to question the man, and it says the male became very sheepish.
Sheepish?
It was a spider. If you read the actual report, it's hilarious because they were questioning like, "Where's your wife? I don't have a wife. Where's your girlfriend? I don't have a girlfriend." Neighbors said they heard, women screaming and threats of.
It was him screaming. It was him. Yeah, it was him screaming.
Him screaming over the spider, and he's like, in my defense, it was a very big spider. And they actually went in his apartment and looked around. Everything was thrown around and trashed. And
I got to say something. That was funny.
It is funny.
I just wanted to say that it was funny. So
I laughed over it several times. I wish I could find the actual article that had like the almost word for word of the police report. This one doesn't have it. But it was so funny because his responses to stuff.
Right.
It was just like so like, oh, that was me, and it just cracked me up.
Yeah.
I think that's probably how Paul would be if it was a snake.
Paul don't like snakes. I don't mind snakes.
He just gave me a dirty look. He's mad.
I don't mind snakes as long as they're not poisonous. But I would think. Oh, here's something that I seen. What was it? Thursday or Wednesday? They caught a 9-foot anaconda over here in the St. Johns River.
Oh my goodness!
I
saw that. See, and I didn't know if it was true or not.
Yeah, well, it was 9 foot. Yeah, because it was on Channel 6 News. 9 foot. It was a green anaconda, so it wasn't like the ones that you see on the movies where it's like 50 foot long and swallows you whole and stuff like that. So I don't know. I actually have to do research and see exactly how big.
Snakes don't bother me at all.
Yeah, snakes.
But I'd probably yell over a spider.
I don't like spiders either. I'll be the first to admit I can't stand them. If they're bigger than me, screw that. I'll be getting a gun to shoot them.
Well, and there are some seriously big spiders here.
Have you ever seen a camel spider? You know what a camel spider is?
I don't think so.
A camel spider is, I shit you not, this is true.
Like desert camel?
Yes, I kid you not, this is real. A camel spider is what you would see over in Iraq. These guys in the service, they run into these camel spiders. I kid you not, these camel spiders, they look like a camel and they're as big as, some of them get as big as a dog. That's how big these camel spiders are.
Is that true?
I swear to God. I swear to you. Look it up. Yes, look it up. Type it in camel spiders.
Spider, real or fake?
Why'd you put real or fake? They're real, trust me.
Because I want to know.
Yeah, they're real.
Oh, my God.
I told you. I told you. You don't believe me.
Real picture, inaccurate description, but oh my God, they're disgusting.
They're huge, and they get huge. They get big. Some of them are as big as animals.
Yuck. I wish I hadn't looked that up. I do not like spiders. Oh, Paula said her grandson had a pet Colombian boa constrictor.
Oh,
have you ever held those big ones that are like almost 100 pounds and they're like as big as your leg around?
Yeah, I've held them before. That's I've never had
cool,
I've never had
like
one.
Getting a massage, I love it.
I've never had one as a pet or anything, but yeah, the closest thing to an exotic animal I've had as a pet is an iguana. And that thing...
Iguanas are cool.
Yeah, he was ornery as hell, though. And he had an attitude just like me.
Well, no wonder.
Well, no. That's just the way he was. But you know what I did? It's funny is because this is when I was... see, I had this when I was a kid. When I was... was I still a teenager? I think, yeah. I was still in high school, but... where we lived before is where we had an iguana. Well, the apartment that was on the backside of Mom and Dad's house, a friend of my best friend's sister, she moved in there, and she was staying back there. Well, we were home it was on a weekend, Saturday or whatever, and she said she come running over saying that there was a snake or a lizard in the flower pot. She wanted us to come and get it out. Well, I was thinking, okay, why in the hell are you afraid of a snake or a lizard in a flower pot? And
it was a monster, right?
Oh, let me tell you, it was a monitor. Do you know what a monitor is?
Yeah, like a water monitor.
Yes, it was a huge water monitor. This thing had to have been at least 6 foot long, and I would say it was about 40 pounds at least, but it got up underneath the fence before I could catch it because I thought she was crazy. I thought it was just a little lizard, but what had happened was there's a guy that was living down the street from my mom and dad's house that had exotic animals, and it was one of his monitors that got loose and made its way down to our house and got into our backyard, and we had a fenced-in backyard.
That's what's kind of scary about the whole exotic animal things, because I don't know, there's always a chance something that is going to get loose. And
yeah, I tried to catch him, but he was too damn quick. If I'd have caught him, I'd have kept him as a pet or sold him because monitors aren't cheap. They're like $400 or $500 just to have as a pet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're not cheap. But I thought it was cool. But I thought she was crazy when she said there was a lizard in the flower pot.
Oh my gosh! I just came across this story. This is on my Facebook feed, and of course I can't read it. It's a video only, so I can't watch it. But it says a man tried to smuggle 51 turtles into the States, it looks like, with 51 turtles stuffed in his pants. How do you put 51 turtles in your pants?
That's what I want to know, unless they're small baby turtles. They might be small baby turtles.
Yeah, but even that, 51 is like a lot.
I think they would be nipping and biting at things that would be in places that you wouldn't want them to be nipping.
Right. Exactly.
Unless he had a cup on, and it ain't no Dixie cup, and it ain't no coffee mug, and you sure don't want to be drinking out of it.
Yeah, that's for dang sure. I can't even imagine. It's just like it's from West too. I'm gonna have to go watch it later and find out the whole story because that is just like the oddest headline ever. But anyways,
where'd Paula go? She left us, or what is she doing? I don't know what she's doing.
Tori's on.
Tori's on. Yeah, I know. Tori's always on. Tori's always listening.
Yeah, she's a pretty good regular listener.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So,
Well, now wait, let's do this. We can talk about what Tori said yesterday on the phone. Tori has said that her mother talks too much to me. So
nobody knows how much I talk to you.
I know, but we had to tell Tori. We put her in her place, and we said, "Hey, this is work. We talk all the time, and yet we haven't even. This is the first time we've really talked for the whole week because you've been busy doing stuff and things like that. So yeah, because Tori says, "Mom, you talk to BC too much." See there, Tori?
Yeah.
Tori being the fact that we haven't talked in a whole week. Thank you very much.
No, but but see, she says from Saturday to Thursday isn't a whole week. So you can't say a whole week. It was, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was only 4 days.
Tori said she looked up the camel spider and found a camel in a Spider-Man suit.
No, I told her, I'm like, you better send that to me. That sounds hilarious.
Only Tori can find something like that on Facebook.
No, she probably just Googled it.
You had a pet tarantula at one time?
Did I? know? But there was a place down the road from us called the Reptile Ranch, and they had alligators and snakes and, all kinds of stuff. And they had a tarantula that they would get out and let you kind of hold it and pet it and stuff. And we had taken the kids there several times. And for a short period of time, I was working with developmentally disabled, and we used to go there for field trips.
Well, they said there's a certain way you have to treat a tarantula and take care of them because,
right?
I guess it
was creepy as heck. I couldn't stand it for very long.
Well, the needles, the fur on tarantulas, the needles, they can actually take them and spit at you. They can actually shoot
fling them at you. I know, right?
Fling them at you.
I want to talk about something else. I don't want to talk about it. How about the 10 best coffee chains in America?
Oh, no. Let's talk about the 10 most ghetto places in Florida. Remember we were talking about...
Oh, that's right.
Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, let me pull it up here. We were talking about this the other day. Let me... I know it's in here somewhere.
Oh, my goodness. I post way too much. I'm scroll down forever to try and find it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because we posted it, last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was last week sometime. Yeah, and so Palm Coast wasn't on there. Which I didn't expect Palm Coast to be on there.
Oh.
But I was actually kind of surprised that Daytona Beach was on there because I don't really consider Daytona Beach to be ghetto.
Well,
I guess maybe parts of it.
Yeah, but it really started out to a point where Daytona has actually, I believe Daytona has gotten worse over the years, just because of the fact that the way it's developed and the way people are living, Daytona has gotten real bad. Damn, I can't find it now.
Yeah, I'll be able to find it. I just got to get down here.
Yeah, I'm probably not.
I share a lot of stuff, apparently.
Holy crap, I went too far. Went all the way into August. Let me back it up.
Back it up.
That's what they said.
Yeah, I can't find it either. I wonder if I just Google it, if I can find it. But I could do that. Let's see. 10. How do you spell ghetto?
Ghetto.
There it is. Cities in Florida. Yeah, Daytona Beach was on there, and here we go. And I thought Stanford was in there too. Number 1, Daytona Beach. How do I turn the page? Come on. Okay, number 1 is Daytona Beach. Then we have North Miami, Fort Myers, Lauderhill. I've never heard of that.
Lauderhill. I thought it was Lauderdale.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Is that a typo or what?
Probably a typo.
Miami. Pompano Beach. Miami Gardens. Okay, that's 3 Miami. North Miami, Miami Gardens. Homestead, Kissimmee, and Sanford. Kissimmee for sure.
Kissimmee's
There are some scary streets to drive through there.
Because that's where Vic lives out that way, Kissimmee St. Cloud area.
Oh, this is how they did it. They based it on household income levels, high school graduation rates, number of convenience stores, number of drug stores, number of discount stores, crime, and then geolocated mentions of hashtag ghetto on Twitter.
Jeez.
Because that's going to be accurate.
That's terrible.
I'm really surprised that Daytona's number one. I have been some, scarier spots than Daytona, for sure.
That's what you call profiling right there.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I would think that's what be, that'd be profiling, if you ask me.
What, the hashtagging?
Well, no, just the fact that they're picking these cities and saying, basically they're profiling the cities themselves to.
Well, hey, I would think crime rate. Let's do it by that.
Yeah.
Daytona has the second highest crime rate, it says, and a dropout rate of 20%. North Miami is the 28% dropout rate, but the 12th highest in crime. Lauderhill, 22 highest in crime. But they're all about a 20 to 30% dropout rate, which I think is kind of sad. I don't think it's that hard to finish high school or get your GED or whatever. I don't know.
Let me see if we can hear this. Hold on one sec. Well, you may not be able to hear it.
Chris says Lauderhill is a real place. It's in Broward County.
Uh-huh. Oh, you're not going to be able to hear it. You got your laptop there with you where you can listen to it?
Yeah, you want me to turn it on?
Yeah, just don't look. I got an article here. I want you to hear this. This is funny. Let me see if I can play it.
I'm listening.
Good afternoon. In the past few weeks, through our national hotline, we have collected hundreds of names of suspected terrorists, and I'm proud to say that most of these calls have come from high school and college students nationwide. In fact, we received over 400.
You should be able to hear it through your speaker.
The balls is at it.
This is Robert De Niro.
Calls regarding such nefarious terrorists as Grabber Booby and Haida Salami. And let this be a message to you, Haida Salami. We will not play your dangerous game. We are also currently searching for a man we believe to be an Al-Qaeda lieutenant who's been Fartine. His cousin.
You can't hear it?
I've been Fartine.
I can hear it.
And their close companion, Ajit Madror. Question over there?
But it's funny because I was looking at the article here.
Is there a way to identify who's been 14?
And Robert De Niro, he's playing the Homeland Security guy, and he's actually doing it pretty good because he managed to keep a straight face without making a mistake or laughing or anything. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Okay. Oh, now I can hear it on your end.
Yeah, let me
There's
stop.
too much delay. I'm so confused.
Let me stop it here.
What's happening?
There, okay. There we go.
All right, so who are you interviewing this Wednesday?
Jeremy Harwell.
Jeremy Harwell.
Yep.
Is he a Florida person?
No, Jeremy is from up north. I want to say around the Connecticut area, but I think he's in Nashville mostly right now. But yeah, matter of fact, Sarah, the other Sarah, is his booking agent / marketing director / pretty much everything.
Okay, sorry, I was reading something.
Whatever.
Well, I was looking for. I just saw this like Fox News about 30 people are sick from 25 to 36, and 6 arrested due to a bad synthetic pot.
Oh, that's That's another thing too that gets my.
We've talked about that.
Gets before. My goat. Yeah. So we won't have to. We won't elaborate on it anymore, being the fact that Christopher, go stand on a street corner and tell everybody to come into the chat room. Sarah wants you to go out, hang out get a sign, make a sign, stand on the street corner, stand on the street corner like the naked cowboy, and say, everybody come in and listen to WBCWradio.com.
I think Chris has a lot of friends. He just needs to share our link.
Oh, he's another lazy one, like I was talking about earlier. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, don't insult people that actually show up.
I'm not insulting them.
Yes, you are.
No. I wasn't insulting him in per se. I'm insulting all the.
You said he is another lazy
then
one.
Let me rephrase what I say. He is.
Don't worry, Chris. I love you.
I love you too, Chris. But no, I'm not insulting him per se. I'm just saying, no. I'm happy that he's here because he can definitely help us get more viewers. But we need to, I don't know. We got to figure out how to get. I want our show to have more damn viewers than Howard Stern does on Saturday mornings.
Well, I'm sure it's going to take a little bit.
I don't know. I think if Chris actually gets on the street corner and stands there with a sign, naked like the naked cowboy, we might be all right.
Is that really the kind of advertising you want?
Well, why not? Howard Stern. Look what Howard Stern did with a female on the phone in a speaker box. That was his first interview ever, and that put him on the top of the charts right off the bat overnight.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, you don't remember that? Oh my!
I didn't pay much attention. I tried to listen to him for a little bit. Like some of his stuff would be funny for a little bit, and then it would just be so bad or so offensive. I was like,
Did you ever see the movie about Howard Stern?
No, I never did.
You need to check it out on Netflix. I'm telling you.
No, I don't want to.
Well, since we got small ears in the room, I'll put it this way.
He got that way by being controversial and saying and doing things
right, yeah,
that other people weren't.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to be that way. I want to be popular, well-liked because...
But we are, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We just need more people. Yeah, Private Parts. That's the name of the movie, Private Parts.
Yeah, Private. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, see, Chris knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think I've seen parts of the movie. I just don't think I've ever watched the whole thing.
We need to go to Vic.
I wouldn't want to be like, what?
We need to go to Vic's house to eat dinner or lunch. I'm sure he's cooking something on the grill.
Maybe he should make breakfast. We'll go over there.
He ain't got the equipment or the setup to do a show over there.
Oh, that's right. You do.
That's right, because I am the man. Garfield. Let me tell you something about Garfield last night. I don't know what it was.
Me.
We were sitting there watching TV, and he was on the couch, and I had the front window open because it was nice and cool outside.
Oh, I've had the windows open. It's fine.
And I don't know what it was. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if he was actually up on the back of the couch sitting there looking or if he was on the bottom of the couch, but all of a sudden I heard this real loud. And I thought it was him. I couldn't figure out what the hell it was, and I think it was another cat outside the window trying to talk to him because I think the neighbor cat comes around, or unless he saw a possum, or something. But now he's so lovey-dovey. Now he won't leave my side now. Really, he's just like, I think something done scared the shit out of him or something. He's just.
I'm sure he was guarding you from some evil thing like a leaf blowing across the yard.
I don't know what it was, but I don't know if it was him that squawked like that or if it was another cat outside.
A cat outside, yeah.
But yeah,
Did you see the story about the homeless couple that lived in the Walmart attic?
I saw bits and pieces about what
for like 2 years they lived there.
Chris says we should do live broadcasts at shows. We do sometimes, Chris. Whenever we just got done doing one, 2 weeks ago at the Dukes of Hazzard event, we did a live broadcast.
That was so cool. I would love to do that again.
We will. We'll just I'll have to find some that we could actually do one at. I don't know where. I don't know. I have to kick around. It's hard to do anything right now during the holidays, especially if you don't have them booked a month or two.
Right now, anyways.
Yeah, if you don't have the holidays booked a month or two ahead of time, it's hard to get anything at the last minute.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks.
Yeah, and I think that's true for almost, except for retailers, but I would say like entertainment in a lot of cases. Like you, for this time of year early, or you just plan that other people are going to be doing other things and you don't worry about it. Because I think there's a slowdown this time of year. I mean, I at least see it in comedy for a little bit.
Well, yeah, and
around the holidays and that. People aren't going out and blowing money at the bar as much. They've got gifts to buy and things like that.
Well, it's the same way with DJs. I mean, unless you're a club DJ like I was, back a few years ago, unless you're a club DJ that was a resident DJ that was there all the time, it's hard to get any music gigs during the holidays because either people's already got it planned or they don't worry about music at the time. Of course, a lot of people want live musicians, but they also understand that live musicians are great. I love live musicians, but if you want a mixture of music, a variety of music, that's when you need a DJ. And a good DJ is willing to work with you, but for a live band, you're looking $500-$600 because you got to pay every guy in the band as a rule, unless you do unless you're doing
just it's not just you,
right? Yeah.
You got to split it with everybody, so.
Right, so. Why are you sleepy now? You're sitting there going...
Oh, man, I'm going to be dragging all day. And I don't think it helps that it's kind of gloomy out either.
It looks like it's trying to rain over here.
Yeah, I need a little bit of sun. It doesn't need to get hot. I just need a little bit of that solar charge. Yeah, I have to put the light on in the bedroom. It's dark.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways, I'm supposed to take the kids to the park this afternoon. It'll be nice and cool, so it'll be a nice day to play outside. They'll enjoy that.
Well, that's good.
Some fresh air, wear them out good, and then maybe we can have a afternoon movie or something. Late afternoon movie, evening movie, I don't know. At some point, sometime today.
I guess the new Star Wars movie comes out when? In a couple days?
I thought it was the 18th.
18th?
Not till the 18th, 17th or 18th, something like that. I can't wait. I'm excited. Kids are all excited. Are you a Star Wars guy?
I watched them when they first started coming out, but I never did watch the series, like the TV show and stuff like that. I think I've seen all the way up to, let's see, it was Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. I think Return of the Jedi was the last one that I seen. So I've seen them all since they started up to that.
You haven't seen the 3 new ones then?
No.
The prequels?
No, because you know what? I never got into the 3 sequels because they didn't have. They didn't have the stars in it like I originally had growing up, like Harrison Ford and Hammond.
Yeah, it didn't have as much of that nostalgia factor, but it was nice to get some backstory on some of the things. The third one, where you actually see Anakin kind of change into Darth Vader, that one's really good.
Right.
I liked that one. The first one wasn't so much. Second one was okay. Third one I really liked. I'm kind of anxious to see this new one and see how it plays out. Because one of my big issues when they did the prequels was there was such a different feel from those ones to the ones like you and I had grown up with from the 70s and 80s.
Right.
When they made the originals, everything was miniatures. They didn't have like the computer graphics and all of that kind of thing. They had to actually like make it, do the green screens and all that. Whereas when they did the prequels, they did all these, big fancy effects and a lot of the computer generated stuff.
Right.
And it had a different feel to it.
Yeah,
for me.
it did. Yeah.
So I have heard that they kind of went back. They're doing less of that for these new ones. So I'm kind of anxious to see, especially when you're talking about filming prequels, to have the prequels look more advanced and better than their sequels is kind of not, kind of cuts the flow between the two groups of movies. At least it did for me anyways. But
right, yeah.
I'm kind of anxious to see the new one and I love going to the movies. I haven't been to the movies since Spectre. That was a few weeks ago. So I would love to go sit in the theater and watch a movie.
Yeah. The last one that I seen was the Bond.
You saw the Bond one, not Spectre.
Yeah.
It was good too, wasn't it?
It was. It's sad to see him go because I think out of all the James Bond, he's probably one of the better ones. I think he was better than Roger Moore. I think he was better than Pierce Brosnan, but he wasn't better than the original. The original was Sean Connery. Sean Connery was the man.
Was Sean Connery the original?
He was the original. Yeah, he was the original. He was the first ever James Bond.
Who's the other guy?
Roger Moore is the one that.
Roger Moore.
Yeah.
So was Sean Connery then Roger Moore?
Yep. Sean Connery was the first original James Bond back in the 70s when they first started film.
Yeah, I remember watching some of those. And then there was Pierce Brosnan, which I remember watching some of those.
It went Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan. There's this other guy, Daltrey, I think, or something like that. I can't remember his name.
Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton. And then you have the guy that's the James Bond now.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah, Daniel Craig.
Yeah. I remember watching the Pierce Brosnan ones because my mom and her best friend were all about Pierce Brosnan. Yeah. And so I remember watching those. And then once Paul's gotten me to watch some of the older ones with Roger Moore and Sean Connery, and I like those.
Yeah.
But yeah, Daniel Craig has definitely been my favorite. So those are obviously the more memorable ones to me because they are ones I've actually seen in the theater.
Well, yeah, those are the ones I grew up with too. So, which is why I like them. So, let's see here.
I don't think there's much coming out. I think everybody's just waiting for the Star Wars thing to come out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because I sure haven't seen much chatter about any of the movies that are out right now.
Phil says, your liver lows.
Did he survive?
Who? I don't know what he's talking about. He's mumbling like he's drunk. What are you talking about, Phil?
Yeah, I was teasing him last night. He sent me a message last night, and I'm like, you're slurring your text. That's pretty bad if you're slurring text.
I know. That's real bad, isn't it?
Yeah. He must be done at Lowe's because he said he was going to Lowe's. I said, survive a Saturday at Lowe's. There are certain stores I try not to do on Saturday. Yeah, survived is what he was trying to type. See, I knew, Phil. I totally got your back.
I like Lowe's on Saturday. Where else can you go meet a good-looking woman at Lowe's on a Saturday?
Is that where you pick up chicks, at Lowe's?
I try, but it never works.
Probably if I was ever on the dating scene again, that's probably where I'd try and pick up a guy. Somebody that's handy. I would probably go to Lowe's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That or like the bait and tackle shop.
I'll tell every guy out there right now, I am not afraid to have a woman that makes more money than I and is stronger than I and can do more stuff than I. I do not care because she is mine and she's with me. So I have no problem.
Made more money than me. That would be my preference anyway.
Well, now
I told you if I ever get married again, I'm marrying for money strictly. So,
but yeah, I have no problem. I have no problem admitting that. Hey, well, I mean, if you think about it, there's a lot of guys that are out there that won't admit to that, just because of the fact that they don't like it to where. They don't want a woman to make more money. It's intimidating to them. They don't want a woman to make more money than them or have a better job than them or whatnot. Me, I don't care.
Yeah, some men consider it kind of
like
slam to their ego.
Right, yeah. Yeah, to me, I don't care, you know. If they want to do that, hey, more power to them.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have a problem with it either. But I think it's different for women versus men.
Yeah. So what do y'all...
Like, I think that's almost the expectation. Like, I think you should be stronger and make more money and work harder than me. I'm a girl.
Well, that's no. But yeah, as far as we were growing up and we were raised and taught that's the guy would be taking care of the family. But I'm starting to learn, and you should start to learn too. I know you're in your traditional stuck in your traditional ways, and I have traditional ways, but.
Yeah,
it's sad to say. Yeah, we're both old fashioned, but it's sad to say that it's changing. Times are changing, and if we don't adapt to it, then we're just going to be left behind. And then
Yeah.
But no, I know where you're coming from. What'd you do? It sounds like you just zapped yourself with a damn stun gun.
No, I've got. I'm holding Jiffy.
Oh, Goofy. Who's Goofy?
Jeffy.
Jeffy.
Guinea pig. Oh gosh, baby, don't chew on my cord.
Oh, Jiffy Lube.
Little Jiffy. Well, he's kind of big actually, but.
Oh, I can hear him. I can hear him squawking. I can hear him.
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear him.
He's got to be right up on my chest, up by my neck. It's okay. I gotcha. He loves me. I just lay him right on my chest, and he just gets all cozy and goes right to sleep.
Well, gee, I wonder why.
No, don't bite my cord. Except for he's really into biting my earbud cord today. Sorry,
That's
Pumpkin.
because it's something new.
Yeah. Can you still hear him?
Oh, yeah, I can hear him.
He's joining us on our talk radio.
Yes.
Hear what? Anyways,
Would Tori?
we're about done.
Yeah, we're getting close. We got about 3 minutes, so let me ramble on here and talk for a minute. If you want to check out our
I
website,
didn't know Paula was Phil's boss.
Paula, see, that's hard for him to do, Sarah. Just like be hard for me to do what?
To behave.
Well, I am good. I don't cause any problems.
Yes, you are a good boy.
That's right.
Very good.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't tell nobody, or just don't tell.
I won't tell anybody.
Or just don't tell everybody. Put it that way.
Just don't tell everybody. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh, I got something to talk about here real quick. Did you see that? See who's on the final issue of the Playboy magazine that's coming out next month?
No, my subscription to Playboy just ran out.
Pamela Anderson.
Oh, well, she's eternally hot, right?
But no, get this though. Pamela Anderson is one of the original Playboy bunnies that was on the centerfold back in the day. We're talking about 80s, back in early 80s, early to late 80s. But I kind of find it weird that being the fact that she's the final centerfold for the final issue of the pictures. They're not getting rid of Playboy magazine, but they're getting rid of the pictures. They're taking the pictures out,
right.
which is basically, which is basically just going to kill Playboy's their magazine money. It's just going to kill their money. But being the fact that she just came out 4 or 5 months ago, something like that, saying that she was raped 20 years ago. She came out with all this when this thing started heating up with Bill Cosby. But she said she was also raped at the Playboy Mansion and got hepatitis, I guess, and all that crap. So you never really know what to believe. But it's kind of funny that she actually made the final cover. So.
Yeah, did you see what Phil wrote? He thought it was Bruce Jenner.
I thought no, it wasn't.
Said, don't you mean
it wasn't? Yeah, it wasn't Bruce Jenner. That's another thing that kills. That's another thing that kills me. I don't see how I don't know. I ain't got nothing against him with him changing his genre. If he wants to get his wee whacked off or whatever, I don't care what he does. But don't put him in a class that he's not in a class. In other words, don't make him out to be the number one woman of the year or whatever, when technically he's not a woman. He's still, his internal organs and his internal clock is still male.
Well, I didn't think he had anything removed either, though.
No, he hasn't. No, not yet. He's still got the ropes.
Technically, he's just playing dress up.
Yeah, he's still got the big rope swinging. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he is. If you think about it, he's playing dress up.
Yeah, I mean, that's essentially part of it. I don't like it just for the fact that that car wreck.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, baby. That car accident where that woman was killed.
Oh, yeah, they're going to hang him.
The family's suing him now, too.
Yep, and they're looking at criminal charges, and they're saying also, too, that if he does get convicted, he'll get 10 years in prison. So now they're trying to figure out whether they're going to put him in female prison or put him in male prison.
Yeah.
So go figure that one.
Yeah. I just, it's just sad that, that he got Woman of the Year and he's responsible for somebody's death.
Yeah. But who knows?
It shows how distorted a lot of our values are.
Well, hey, it's in the last 10, 15 years, everybody has taught freedom of speech, and everybody has told our kids, be what you want to be and do what you want to do what makes you happy. So guess what, people? That's what the kids are doing. They're doing what they want to do to make them happy. They don't listen to their parents. Yeah. They don't do what they're told. They're out doing stupid things, getting in trouble. So, yep, they're doing what they want to do to make themselves happy. So, you know.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's not just like, hey, I'm doing this to, to make myself happy. Nowadays, it's you have to celebrate me and rally around me and, fully support me whether you like it or not. Like, why can't I say, hey, do what makes you happy? It's not the same thing that makes me happy. I'll go about my life. You go about yours. But now it's a lot of this, like, if you don't, fully support me, and all of this, then you're against me.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I was saying earlier about, just like live and let live, be tolerant. I can be tolerant of your views because they're different from mine. I don't have to, go out and sign petitions or whatever it is that you're doing. If it's not something I agree with, that doesn't make me a hater. That means I'm letting you go about your business and do your own thing.
Right.
And I'm going to go about my business and do my own thing. That doesn't mean I hate you.
Right, yeah.
Just means I'm not part of it.
Yep. This is true.
Anyways.
But check out our website, WBCWradio.com. It's got the link to all of our shows. Wednesday nights, Sitting on the Tailgate, which airs every Wednesday at 8 a.m., 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central. Also, our Top 20 Countdown on Friday at noontime Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. It airs on Friday with the Top 20 Countdown. So make sure everybody goes and votes for their favorite artists at WBCWradio.com. Just look for the Top 20 Countdown link at the top of the page, and you can vote for your favorite artist. And then also here Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. till 12 noon for the Saturday morning Sinkhole show, which airs every Saturday right here. So, I don't know. I think that's about it. Yeah, it's getting close to football time. So let's see here what we got that we can send everybody off with. Whoop, I just hit
For a song?
Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. I got it. I think I got it here. I got it. Yeah, that one. And, where's it at? Oh, okay. I got it. So we'll do this one here. That'll work. So, for everybody here at WBCW, I'm Big Country with my co-host Sarah Lee. We want to tell y'all Thanks for listening and hanging out with us.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Yes, have a wonderful weekend. We'll be back next Saturday.
That wasn't very enthusiastic, was it? Let me try again.
Have a wonderful weekend. And all I got to do is say Alabama's going to beat the Gators, so make sure you check it out right here for the Country Radio. We're going to send you off with this song.
Our guest star, Jiffy.
That's right.
We had a guest on the show today, Little Jiffy.
Oh, yes. Little Jiffy. So, for everybody listening, thanks for hanging with us this morning. It's lunchtime. Football's getting ready to start. Have a good day. We'll see you next week.
Let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with boughs of holly rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. You will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with boughs of holly rocking around Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday.